Greetings, everyone. It's time for another English pronunciation session with me, your host, Joshua Popenoe. And today, the sentence is the greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think. So, if you would like to take a moment and record it yourself to compare, please do that. Then we'll talk about what it means and how to pronounce it. So, どうぞ録音してください。Okay, I don't want to give you too long. So, um, do you understand the meaning of the sentence? Because someone I did this with before, they didn't quite get it. The greatest prison, they thought greatest prison people, prison people. It's not prison people. The greatest prison that people live in or which people live in. That's what that grammar is. The greatest prison people live in is the fear. So it's a metaphor. Fear is a prison, right? We're trapped inside our fear. We can't see the truth, the outside. So the greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think, right? What other people are thinking about us or what we think they're thinking could be our greatest, like, oh, what do they think? The greatest torture is worrying about what other people think. And in the end, we cannot control what other people think. We don't know what other people think. In psychological terms, they call it a projection. If I imagine what you think about me or something, that's my projection. I am projecting onto you. It's really what I think, not what you think, but I'm projecting it onto you. So that can be painful, right? So that's what this is. Correct. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what people think. So let's go here. All right. So let's do the rhythm. First, the rhythm. Two phrases. Tap the purple ovals for the rhythm frame, the stressed syllables. The greatest prison people live in. どうぞ、そこまで. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think. Is the fear of what other people think. So put it together. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think. Really helps to use the rhythm frame because it just puts everything together in a frame in one phrase. So it's not like just separate words. They go together and there's some thread that goes through them to keep them together. That's the rhythm frame. The greatest prison people live in makes a new phrase, makes a new rhythm frame, is the fear of what other people think. One more. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think. So now I will go through sort of everything you need to pay attention to from the beginning to the end. The, we're starting on an upbeat. The greatest, right? Not the greatest. Da da da, da da da. So really start with that upbeat, and then you can feel the greatest. Greatest red line underneath the T is a T tap. Yes. Stressed vowel, T, unstressed vowel. Not greatest. It's a very light greatest. The greatest. And then we have a T stop. The greatest prison. Prison. Make sure that S in the middle is a Z in pronunciation, right? Prison, not prison, prison. So make sure you go into the Z, keep your voice going, let it vibrate. Z, prison, prison. Z. The greatest prison. You've got a really nice T stop. T tap, T stop. The greatest prison. Then people. Now two syllables, not people. 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 Remember L is a very soft sound. We can't hear it if you go people. L. If you let your lips close over it, L, we can't hear it very well. So for L, we keep the lips out of the way. L. Make some space. L. Especially the bottom lip because top teeth go like this, sound is going down. So when your bottom lip is covering it, you can't hear. People. See how I drop my lip? People. Pull. People. 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 Make sure it's P, not P or pay. P, P, people. Then live starts with L. So we have two L's in a row. People live in. So it's a little bit longer. It's one sound and you push off for the second one. People. People live in. People live in. Then a hard N, right? Not N. In English, it's always a hard N. In Japanese, N. They're both bidako, nasal consonants, but in English, it's always hard. N, almost. 99.9999999% is, it's going to be a hard N. People live in. Live in. N. The greatest prison people live in. Yeah. First phrase. Second phrase, there are two unstressed syllables to start. Is the fear. Da da da. Da da da. Is the fear. Now, very small place, but is the. I know that could be hard for you. You have z, is, and then the. Is the. So to make the Z, your tongue has to be down here. Is, but is the. So as you pull it up, remember the, you don't have to stick it out. The, it's just friction. So anywhere here or here or here, the, just lightly brushing, doesn't touch, but brushing so enough you get the vibration coming through. Is the, is the, is the fear, is the fear. Now, fear ends with R, followed by unstressed vowel. So fear of. If you R is hard for you anyway, but if you're going fear and then trying to connect it to of, that's harder. So if you can, if your brain will allow you, fee of. Put the R, connect the R with the of. And then it's like Japanese, shin boing, fee of. Fee, ra. Fa fi fu fe fo, ra re, fear of. Fear of. Really put the R with the next syllable, makes it easier. The fear of what? What? Number 10, not what? What? Gum. Remember, use gum as your target word or target vowel sound. Gum. What? Fear of what other people think. Now, if you're talking fast, you could make that a T tap if you wanted. Fear of what other? What other? I mean, usually the T tap is a stressed syllable, stressed vowel T and unstressed vowel. Other is stressed, so it's fine to break or connect. But this is like a proverb: the fear of what other people think. I'm breaking there. Fear of what other. Same vowel though. Gum. What other? What other? Different. One is A, one is O, but they're the same vowel sound, right? So make sure you say gum, what other people. Again, people, not people, people. Watch how I retract my people. Bring the lip down, this up, people, L, L, L. People. And from there, we're touching with the L. Release the pressure a little bit, turn it into a TH. People think. People think. So you're going to reduce the tongue pressure. People think it's going to be looser so that then you can blow through to make the TH. People think. So the greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think. All right. Questions. Anybody have a question? Question. S followed by CH. Question. Nobody has a question. That's because you guys know everything and I explain everything, which is great. Fantastic. All right, then. If there are no questions, let's give it a try. And we will start with Yuko-san.
Hi. Um, the greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
You went people live in, which is strange.
Live in,
Strange live
live in.
in. The greatest, so do it again.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
That's very good. Prison. Careful with the I there. You're a little bit of prison.
Okay.
Prison.
Prison, prison, prison,
That
prison,
one's good. Prison.
prison.
That sounds a little like present.
Okay.
So really
Prison,
find that spot. It's not E, it's not it's eh.
yeah,
Prison.
prison, prison, prison,
Prison.
prison.
Give.
Give,
List.
list,
Minute.
minute,
Minute.
minute.
Prison.
Prison, prison.
The greatest prison.
The greatest prison.
The greatest prison.
The greatest prison.
That was pretty good. The greatest prison people live in.
The greatest prison people live in.
Of course, it should be live in, or not quite. It's not the end of the sentence. The greatest prison people live in
The greatest prison people live
is the
in
fear of what other people think.
is the fear of what other people think.
Not other, keep it down,
Uh,
gum, other
other, other.
is the fear of what other people think.
It's the fear of what other people think.
Good.
People think.
That was good. The thing, again, that's hard for a lot of you is the,
Is the,
is
is
the,
the,
is the.
is the,
That's, I think that's good. Do it again.
is the.
Is the. Yeah.
Is the.
Yeah, that's good. Very nice. Good job.
Thank you.
And Masa, how about it?
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
Do the first half for me, Zehan.
The greatest prison people live in.
Okay. You sounded like Gladys, not R. You sounded like L. Greatest.
Greatest.
Yeah, greatest.
Greatest.
That was the greatest dinner.
That was the greatest dinner.
That was open big for a. That T stop.
That,
That was the greatest dinner.
that was the greatest dinner.
ちょっと L っぽい。
Greatest.
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 The greatest prison people live in.
The greatest. The greatest prison people live in.
Prison. Another R again. Prison.
Prison.
Again.
Prison.
Prison. Prison.
Prison.
Yeah, don't make the priz too long. Nagasugiru. Not prison, but prison.
Prison.
Yeah, prison.
Prison.
People.
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 Your L is great. I hear your L very well. Very people live in.
People living.
Live in.
Living.
If you do Japanese ang, it sounds like living, ikiteru, right? Like ng. So that's why you got to make it really hard in. Live in.
Living.
Yes. The greatest prison people live in.
The greatest prison people live in.
Okay, your little people,
uh,
more E. Push your tongue up so you get E. People.
People
Yeah. Is the fear of what other people think.
is the fear of what other people think.
What other people think.
What other people think.
Yeah. It's true that we make the what we make it here, but here you need to really touch to what what other people think.
What other what other people think
Yeah. Is the fear of what other people think.
is the fear of what other people think.
Yeah, that was good. Do the whole thing.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
You did a little bit of what Yuko did. People live in. People
Uh,
live in.
People living,
Yeah,
living.
whatever the melody is, the intonation is live in, or the rhythm. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
Okay, so you should listen to this video because there are a bunch of little things there. People, greatest prison. So, but good. Okay, so watch the video because
Thank
then you
you.
can hear again, you can hear me correcting and maybe you can get it fresh in a different way. Good. Shuji,
It's the greatest prison, the greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
greatest, T-tap, greatest.
Greatest.
The greatest prison people live in.
The greatest people. The greatest prison people live in.
People live in. People live in. People live in. Yeah.
People
Not
live
them
in.
we. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think. Zehan.
The greatest prison people live in.
と、続けて。
そういうこと。is the fear of what other people think.
Is the fear of what other people think.
Is the fear of what other people think.
Don't break before of. So remember, connect it. Fear
Fear
of.
of.
Fear of.
Fear of.
Yeah, it'll be better if you do fee and then put the R with the of, fear of.
Fear of.
Where's the R? Fear of.
Fear of.
Fear of.
fear of,
Careful
fear
not.
of,
Of is too big. Fear of. Keep it really small. Fear of.
fear of,
You're still a little bit We went Fear of.
fear of,
Fear of.
fear of,
Raw, ruh.
raw,
Can you
fear
say,
of,
do this for me? Ra, ruh. Ra,
raw,
ruh.
raw, raw, raw,
Ruh.
raw,
That's
raw,
good. Ra,
raw,
ruh.
raw, raw,
Fear of.
fear of,
Fear of.
fear of,
Fear of.
fear of,
Yeah, of course it's going to be small and unstressed, but that's
fear
that's
of,
close to fear of.
fear of, fear of, fear of.
I have no fear of darkness.
I have no fear of darkness.
Fear of.
Fear, fear of,
Yeah, get that R. I have no
fear.
I have no fear of flowers.
I have no fear of flowers.
Don't break. It's better though.
Uh,
I have no fear of cheese.
I have no fear of cheese.
Okay, do the whole thing.
Okay. Uh, the greatest prison people live in, the fear of people, is the fear of what other people think.
Is the
Okay.
fear of what other people think.
Is the fear of what other people think.
Okay.
Is the fearful.
All right. Good job.
Difficult. Thank you.
Okay. Tamura-san.
Hi, okay. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what is the fear of what other people think.
Pretty good. Do it again, the whole thing.
Okay. The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
Nice. You want greatest again is T-tap. The greatest prison people live in.
The greatest prison people live in.
Can you do a little faster? The greatest prison people live in.
The greatest prison people live in.
Live in.
Living. Living.
The hard N, right? The vowel is the same. でしょ。いじゃなくて、2番でしょ。live in.
2番 live in.
Live in.
Live in.
But can you connect it? Live in.
Live in.
You went live in. You went a little bit E for the second one. The same. Isho. Live in. Keep the tongue down. Live in.
Live in.
Live
Live
in.
in.
Live
Live
in.
in. Live in.
Probably somehow the way you're making the N, going to the N, you're pushing the wrong part of your tongue up. So it sounds a little bit like E.
Oh,
Say for me, live.
live
That's perfect. Now say same vowel. In.
in.
inじゃなくて、硬い N. In, na, hard N.
Ah, nan,
In,
in.
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 You're still making Japanese NG みたい.
Mm.
Na.
Na, in. Na,
No, do in na.
in, na,
In na.
in, na.
Okay, so when you do in na, then you go back to N, 日本語の硬い N になっちゃう。何ぬねの。これ一緒よ。
Mm.
So it's in na.
In, na,
Mm? In.
in.
Mm. You're going in. In other words, like a big part of your tongue is touching here. All it should be touching is only this part. これ開いてる. But when you
Oh,
touch everything, you get like in.
in.
So keep
In.
the back is down. That's why if you go na, it's fine.
Oh, in.
Do for me na.
Na.
So that when you do na, The back is down and only here. Feel that.
うん。
感じてください。なな
はい。
な。
な。
That is the hard N. So
うん。な。
so the
うん。
opposite, you have na na in.
in.
No, na na in.
in.
I think you're getting better, but it's such a deep habit. 癖が
あ
深い。
あ、うん。
In na,
in.
in na.
in.
Yeah, but if you go in na is right. And so then maybe
うん。
in na. Then you just cut off the first part. In na.
in.
Oh, no,
な。
wait. In,
in.
what am I saying? Okay. Anyway, prison,
prison.
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 Yeah. The greatest prison people live in, is the fear of what other people think. One more time.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of the other people think.
Okay, prison no N は大丈夫だったよ。最後の live
Oh,
in, you went in, you kind of went back to the other thing.
prison. Oh,
Prison,
prison.
prison. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so that's
prison.
something, that's one small thing, but もうよく出るで
うん。
しょ、英語で。この hard N、硬い N.
いや、うん、うん。
And the硬いN is like 何々の,
何
right?
々
Not
の、
like
うん。
eng. That's more like NG,
うん。
right? NG. Okay,
Thank
good job.
you.
And いかがわ様?
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
Good. Very nice. Other is a little bit other, a little bit too big. Other.
Other.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
Yeah. Very nice. I don't want to correct you at all. Try as an example. Say, can you go faster?
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So, you folks at home, practice along. You've got all the rhythm marks, all the vowel, Hatsun Kigo, everything is there for you. And now you have an example of how to pronounce it with my instructions and with the valiant attempts by the other members. Valiant. Anybody know that word? You can look it up later. So I'll see you all next week. Have a good week. Let's see if I can actually stop this the way I want to, which means go right here and go take care, everybody. Oh, next week, there is no class. I will not be here next week. I have a gig performing. So see you soon the week after that.